Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about interfaces. So, interfaces are very interesting because this might be the first time that you come across such concept, but it's very important for us to define what it is and why we use them. So, in Java, we only have single class inheritance. And what I mean by single class inheritance is that a single class will only inherit from another or extend from another single class. We don't have multi-class inheritance. With interfaces, we could achieve something very similar to multi-class inheritance. It's not exactly that. We still don't have multi-class inheritance, but we could achieve something similar. But what is an interface? Well, an interface is the abstraction of the implementation of the method versus the actual method itself. So an interface will say, I have these three methods, and once a class or various classes implement the interface, it's up to the class to decide what the methods should actually do. Let me give you an example. So let's think about the peel method. Let's say I'm creating an app about fruit baskets, and you need to peel a bunch of fruits. Now, let's say I have an apple, I have a banana, I have a pear. If I'm gonna peel a banana, I'm gonna go from top and just peel the banana. But if I trying to peel an apple, I might have to get a peeler and I might have to peel the skin and then cut it up and then eat it, right? So as you can see, the peel method is still the same. However, the implementation, depending on the fruit, is different. Now let's think about a more practical example. So let's say that I'm creating a library that allows me to connect to various databases. All right, let's say my company needs a connection to a Postgres database, a MongoDB database, a MySQL database, a SQL Server database, or as many databases as I need. So I need a method to be able to connect to a database. Well, I don't really know which database I'm connecting to, but an interface will just say, hey, if you implement this interface, you need to connect to a database. Now, I might create a MySQL class that implements a connection to a MySQL database specifically. And then I might create a Postgres database that implements a connection to the Postgres database specifically. So when a class implements an interface, you have a formal contract, and it's very clear what the class is doing now, because it says class X implements interface X. Now, as the user or as the developer, you know that interface, all those methods in that interface must be implemented in that class. So it's a very powerful way of defining the things that you need and leaving the class and leaving the developer of that class to decide how to implement them. And we're also going to be using interfaces a lot when we get to Spring. So it's very important that you get used to them right now. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.